Hello guys and welcome back. Tomorrow is April 3rd and we will be getting more information about Borderlands 3 and the release date for the game as well. So I wanted to break down some of the news that happened from PAX East up until now to keep you guys up to date. This is going to be a smaller video. Let's hit some main talking points. Not too much has happened, just get you guys that last bit before we get more information. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Hayder for updates on all things Borderlands and future videos. And with that, let's get right into it. So let's start with a few things from the PAX East presentation. Randy Pitchford let us know, even though the Handsome Jack mask was in the Borderlands Mask of Mayhem teaser trailer, that Handsome Jack would not be in game. He is dead and the new U station could not bring him back. He also said Scooter did not make it as well, so it seems Gearbox is keeping everything that happened in Tales from the Borderlands canon moving forward, which is cool that nothing's being undone. So if you haven't played Tales from the Borderlands, that might be worth getting into now. Randy Pitchford also made a note to say that Borderlands is not going the route of Battle Royale, so do not expect any Borderlands branded Battle Royale in the future. And that Gearbox will be releasing more of their Community Day skins in future promotions and trailers for Borderlands 3, which will unlock skins for the characters in Borderlands 2. Like what we got in the Mask of Mayhem teaser trailer, we got that Salvador skin, so be on the lookout for those codes in the future to get the skins for all the characters. Next, we got some word about Reese and Troy Baker in Borderlands 3. Back in December, we covered that I didn't think Troy Baker was approached by Gearbox, and it seems to have been true. A fan posted to Troy after seeing the Borderlands 3 official trailer saying, quote, "Okay, if that was actually Reese in the Borderlands 3 trailer, I wonder if Troy Baker will be voicing him again." Troy Baker responded saying, quote, "Nothing would make me happier, just say the word, at Gearbox Official." Another fan commented saying, quote, "At Duval Magic," that's Randy Pitchford, "Come on man, this needs to happen. I can't imagine Reese being voiced by anyone else than Troy." And then Randy Pitchford finally jumped in saying, quote, "I love Troy and think he is one of the greatest actors to ever voice video games. I'm proud that Troy played Sergeant Baker in Brothers of Arms at the beginning of his video game voice acting career and hope to work with him again," end quote. Now, to me, that doesn't sound too convincing, especially since we have heard the game is so far along. Back in December, we had those leaks saying that it was 80+% done. Gearbox did replace the original voice for Claptrap last year, so it is possible they also replaced Reese, or maybe he just will have a non-speaking role. That's something we're just going to have to wait and see. Randy Pitchford didn't jump out and make it super apparent that he needed Troy to be back. That's unfortunate, but we'll just have to wait and see, as always. Speaking of voice actors, the musician Ice-T announced that he would be voicing the character in Borderlands 3. Nothing else is known about this, but it leads to some cool implications that we could be seeing a lot of famous people and voice actors make cameos in this game because the franchise has become so big and has branded itself on cameos and Easter eggs. Continuing on with the trailer news, it was confirmed that Mikey Newman, the voice of Scooter, did work on the Borderlands 3 trailer, which is another detail we covered after the Nerdvana podcast with Newman, where him and Pitchford discussed they were working on something. At that time, we speculated that it might be a Borderlands 3 trailer. So even though Scooter won't be in the game, Mikey is still involved with the series. Gearbox really treats people that they've worked with in the past very great. They keep people tied into the series as much as possible. And another thing we were right about before Borderlands 3. So now let's get on to the fun stuff. One of Randy Pitchford's posts of the Borderlands 3 trailer, a fan asked, quote, "Any chance she'll be giving us a release date soon?" And Randy responded saying, quote, "The release date will be locked in and revealed on April 3rd, which means no more delays and Gearbox is ready to show and give us even more exciting news." There was speculation that Borderlands 3 was supposed to be revealed at the Game Awards, which is why Randy Pitchford made those posts and why we heard so much about the game going into the show, but it got delayed for some reason. So Randy saying this, that it's locked in, it's ready, and we will see the date on April 3rd. What's even more exciting is another fan said, quote, "I know it's a long way until we see Borderlands 3, but if there's ever a DLC coming out, which I'm sure you will, I would love to see a new Bunkers and Badasses DLC story." So that's in reference to the DLC that's been rumored for a long time around SteamDB updates for Borderlands 2 or the pre-sequel, and has been really headed up by Supmato and his sources. Randy Pitchford responded to that whole tweet in his usual fashion, just saying, quote, "sooner than you think," which doesn't give us too many answers, whether that's the Borderlands 3 release, which I believe it is. I don't think he's referencing the DLC that was mentioned in the second part of that tweet. But sooner than you think leads to huge implications for Borderlands 3. There was a theory that the numbers in the trailer showed an October release date, which is just dumb. They don't mean anything. There were a lot of numbers in that trailer. But with Randy's recent comment, we could be seeing an earlier release than fall, which is what we previously thought, and maybe even in the next few months. I've heard some talk about E3, which happens in June, where we could be seeing the Borderlands 3 release. Randy Pitchford did say on a previous Nerdvana podcast that's been covered heavily that the reveal to release will be shorter than previous games. So if it is only a few months, we could be seeing Borderlands 3 very, very soon. One last thing I want to end on is I got a lot of questions regarding the Epic versus Steam store. We didn't get any news about it at PAX East, but if Gearbox is going to give us the release date on April 3rd, then we will also get the platforms the game will be available on, and I bet pre-orders will open. And I guarantee whatever decision Gearbox makes with Steam or Epic or both, it will make headlines. So be on the lookout for that. You probably won't have to look too hard for the answer tomorrow. So that's where I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and share. Subscribe to the channel for all things Borderlands, and I will see you guys in the next one.